Today we're going to build a Farcaster Mini App on Windows in under 10 minutes. What you'll learn is to install Git, clone the repo, install Node and set it up, run a development environment, and run the app itself. Prerequisites are Windows 10 or 11 and an internet connection. To get started, head over to git-scm.com, go to the downloads page, grab the installer. I've already got it downloaded here, so we'll run through it. Because I've already got Git installed, it's going to uninstall the previous version and install the new. You can accept all the defaults here. It's going to add Git to the path variables, so you'll be able to run it from the command line. You can watch me finish here. Cool, so Git's installed. Hopefully it's been added to the path variable. We can verify that by going and opening up our favorite terminal. Commands are git space -- version. Alright, great. So the path variable has been installed. We have the right version. We're ready to move on to cloning the repo. To do that, we'll head over to jumpbox.tech. We can click this GitHub icon up here in the top right. That'll take us to the GitHub landing page, which looks like this. For Jumpbox Tech, the repo that we want to install is a farcaster-miniapp-exampledemo. So click that guy. We've got the green button here for the code. We want to copy this web URL to our clipboard. So click that. Head back over to your terminal. Go into the particular folder that you want to basically clone the repo into. For me, this one right here. The commands in order to clone that repo are git space clone space and the web URL. Plug that in there. It'll take about 30 seconds to install and download all the files. Once that's in there, you want to CD to the new folder directory that was copied. But before we do anything further, we're going to want to install Node. So minimize that, go over to Node.js.org, go click the download button, find the particular installer file. That's this guy right here. You can watch me install it. That's going to remove any old version and install the new version. So for me, because it's already installed, it wants to change or repair. I'm not going to run through it, but you can accept all the defaults. We've got two things to verify after it's done: the Node version itself, and then the version of npm. npm is the package manager. So we'll go back to our terminal here. Node space -v. Awesome. npm space -v. Great. So now we've got Git installed, we've copied the repo files, we've installed Node, made sure that we have the right versions and everything works from the path variables. So the next step is to install dependencies. So we'll head back up over to our terminal. We're going to CD into the particular folder that you created. For me, that's this one. The commands to install all the dependencies are npm install This should be quick because I've already got everything installed, but for you it might take 30 seconds to a minute. Once we've got that all done, the next step is to run the mini app itself. But before we do that, we'll run through the files so you can see what we're working with here. So head over to the particular folder that was created when you downloaded the repo. Now we can see we've got some basic files in here. One that's important to note is this package.json. Open that in your favorite code editor. For me, that's Visual Studio Code. Here's the file itself. We've got some metadata here at the top. The important part is the dependencies. These are all the libraries that we're going to work with. I wouldn't change anything about this file, just wanted you to be aware of what's in it. If you head over to the app folder, page is the main page that displays. Layout is all the information about that page, so could be colors, fonts, anything associated with it. This is also where the Farcaster script goes for loading the its library. Don't have to change anything about this, just so you're aware of how things work. Globals.css is where tailwind and all the colors for your theme are associated and configured. Types is where the frame context is lined out. So if we open that guy, it gives you the kind of a breakdown of the way it works within the Farcaster environment. This is essentially how information comes across from Farcaster when you run a mini app. So user information, the FID, the username, display name, PFP, etc., etc. I wouldn't change anything about this file. Just wanted you to be aware that that's what's going to display after we run it in Farcaster. The components are where the actual files that will display are at. In this case, client page is a wrapper for demo. Demo is where all the information is for the app itself. So if we open that guy, scroll down a little bit, you can see we load the frame context. Scroll down a little bit more, it'll display the user profile information. This is all tailwind stuff that gets installed when you run npm install. It'll display some basic information and then this welcome to this example Farcaster frame information. This is one of the files that I would plug into your AI to update when you get around to deciding what you want your mini app to do. I would leave client page alone. Like I said, it's just a wrapper for demo, but you need that for wallets and other things later on. So those are the files themselves. To run this app in a dev environment, the commands are npm space run space dev. That'll spit out a URL. Take that URL, plug it into your browser. And hey, we've got a mini app. So things to note is that because we're not actually running this in Farcaster, the frame context has not come over properly, and so you'll see this is all still loading. You get an error message here that it failed to get the frame context, but this is the basic display from demo.tsx. So you can open, well, it says Warpcast, but Farcaster, and here's an example of sharing the frame or the mini app. Like I said, this will change a little bit once we actually run it in Farcaster, but this is a basic way to display a dev environment, soup to nuts, and have everything ready to go so you can design your own mini app. So to close, we've installed Git, we've cloned the repo, we've installed Node, installed all the dependencies that we needed in order to run the app, and we've got the app running locally. You can head over to the README if you want more information on what you can change, what you can't, what the template shows, etc., etc. If you're paying attention to the Anarchy channel, This is the information, this video provides all the information that we need in order to create the visual guide that I am requesting as part of the Chaos Brief number 2. So this should be pretty simple in order to go through the steps and everything that's needed in order to run the app. After that, we will actually go through building. So if you have any questions, drop them in the Anarchy channel or hit me up with a DM. Now it's time to go build something.